Hi guys, my name is Justice. Welcome to the Honest Fashion Academy. I don't know if this has ever happened to you. You paid for a course with so much excitement, and then you get into the class and realize that obviously this is what you actually know, like you don't need this class. Tell me, why did you pay for it in the first place? Now, the obvious reasons why a lot of persons pay for classes they do not need, it's simply because they do not understand the fashion terms that the instructor used, maybe in the flyer or in their campaign. The word sounded so high, so captivating. You did not know the meaning, and so you were moved to register for the class. Getting there, you realize that these are basic things that you actually need. Not the instructor's fault, it is your fault. And that is because a lot of persons did not learn these fashion terms, the theory aspect of fashion designing when they went for fashion school. Now, I hear a lot of persons say it is wrong to use exercise book or textbook or whatever to teach. Whether we like it or not, there is actually a place of theory and there's a place of practical in fashion designing. This is actually what differentiates the joiner, the tailor from fashion designer. If you cannot explain some things, if you do not know the meaning of some fashion terms, then I think you've not actually started. You need to go back and learn it. And then aside from these terms, there's actually a place of theory. Theory is not just about the fashion terms. You also need the definition of the things that you're going to be doing in your practical. In some cases, you need the history of how it came about. You need to understand what you're actually going to do, the reason behind it. There's a place of practical and there's a place of theory. And then let me tell you that there's a reason why in federal government schools, in private schools, normal educational schools, no matter how intelligent a teacher is, he or she is expected to have a lesson note, right? You're expected to write your own lesson notes, which you're going to use to teach your class. While we were in school, there were teachers that can stand at a place and give um, 10 pages of notes without looking at anywhere, just from their head. And there are also professors who would use their textbook to teach. That does not make anyone more intelligent than the other. So long as you understand what is being taught, you're going to make use of what is being taught. They pass the information very well. That is what matters, not who is able to cram 20 pages and vomit, and the other person is looking into a book. That is not what determines who knows the work and who does not know the work. When it comes to practical, yes, there's no need of using the textbook to check what you're doing because you need to practicalize it. When it comes to the theory aspect of it, you can decide to have your book, your lesson notes, and you can decide to say things from your head. And of course, we are human beings. You can decide not to use a book and then you forget some things that you want to add into what you're teaching. But when you have your lesson notes, you remind yourself of other things that you've jotted down by yourself to tell your students and not forget any parts of it. I don't know if I'm making sense, but using a book and not using a book, that is not what determines who knows the work and who does not know the work. If it comes to using a book and not using a book, tellers who have been in the system for 20 years, 25 years, they don't need the book. But then they do not know, most of them do not know any better than someone who just graduated 2 years ago. So it is not a determinant of who is intelligent and who is not intelligent, or who knows the work and who does not know the work. Stop assuming that you're in the wrong place or your money is a waste because your teacher is using a textbook or a lesson note to tell you some things. When it comes to practical and the person does not do well, then you know you're in the wrong place. I hope I just said something. Okay?